two individuals are going to figure out who the best person to marry in a fictional video game is.
Yay.
Based on imaginary criteria.
Look, if the Gurren Lagann video didn't get you enough hate, this will.
What? I don't think so. I think people are gonna love our opinions on who is an S tier waifu and who is F tier trash.
Yay.
So we're going to just jump right into it with our males. Woo!
Which... Okay, I had my harem in my game, meaning I had S supports with every single girl and a couple of males in accident, but for reference, we went through and watched every single S support.
Yeah, we wanted to be a little bit fair.
So I didn't see I saw every single C through S for all the girls. I didn't see those for the guys necessarily.
Yeah, we're going off of... I believe we should keep our criteria pretty easy. 1, attractiveness. Are they hot? Or are they not? And then second is their S support scene. How romantic is it? And then third is just like general usefulness as a unit. Like how you feel about the unit overall. That can include their scenes.
I would... Usefulness as a unit sounds a bit too utilitarian.
Well,
in,
I don't mean like...
strategy. I mean, how about just how much you generally like them? Like, unquantifiable, are they a good candidate?
Well, yeah, that's what I kind of meant. Okay. I just meant, like, in general, as, like, you play the game, through everything else, just minor dialogue stuff and all that kind of, you know,
Alright, so starting with the males?
So starting with the males, we have a Lois.
I'm tempted to say we put him in F because you don't actually marry him.
Yeah, he's kind of hard. I gotta agree. He's gotta go in F. We're starting strong.
I kind of want to put him up to like a C because his scenes do make me happy. Like it's like a nice, trying to be close to you and be supportive.
Yeah, okay, well, you're a dude. If you're a girl, it kind of feels like that creepy uncle who just never grew out of the fact that you were not 5 anymore.
Let's split the difference and say it's a D.
Alright, fine. He could be in D. D for decent personality
D
sometimes.
For good, but not a marriage option. Yeah, okay. A, Ash. Ash is pretty great.
Okay, Ash, normally, I would say, like, B. And have no problem with it, except his S support
is amazing.
His S support is
actually nice and romantic.
So goddamn
I want to move
romantic.
him up to A for Ash. He might be an S depending on the rest of the guys.
I don't think he's true S support just because he's kind of a little bit annoying normally.
I do like a lot of his supports to other characters though, so I think like as a rounded character, he's better.
And then, his looks are decent. Nothing to, like, write home about.
He's
but
cute.
He's cute enough. Next we have Casper.
I never liked Casper as a character. So I'm a little...
I will say, just starting off with looks, I think he's better looking than Ash because his hair is not a goddamn mess.
That's because you grew up on people with Yu-Gi-Oh hair.
Look, no, I mean, post-time skip Ash's hair is just a mess. Like, not messy, because messy would have been better look for him, but just, it's super straight. And why? Why would you want it to be, why would that, I hate his hair.
Okay, so where do you want Casper?
I say B or C.
I think B is the highest. I think we should start with C.
I do like his S support being kind of like, wait, you're proposing to me? What the frick is going on? It's
a bit more romantic than most.
Yeah, it's one of the few S supports where you get like a laugh because Casper is just so socially unaware of the female form that it's just like, oh wait.
Okay, Claude. S. Moving on.
Okay, mine are talking about. He's hot.
I hate his facial hair, but
I love his facial hair, so agree
I will
to disagree.
say on the I am about as straight as it gets. But playing through the male Byleth route, playing Golden Deer, I was like, they very clearly meant for me to end up with Claude.
Yeah, he's clearly meant to be like your little helper on the side who grows into your most faithful companion.
Yeah, and his
lover.
S support's actually really complicated. Partly it's just I love like politics and stuff, but it was great like trying to the entire time he's talking about his goals and his duty and kind of where he sees himself changing the world. And the very end's like, okay, I'm tying you into this. I can't necessarily promise myself
Yeah, how
these
can
bigger
you say
things,
how can you say no to a guy who's gonna make you literally the queen of a whole entire country? Like,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Cyril.
I hate all of
trash.
Cyril.
Everything about him, especially his S support, makes it sound like you're either he's too stupid to understand you mean marriage, or he's willingly indenturing himself to servitude for you because he has no other understanding of what's going on.
I also really don't like him and Leonie for the same reason, just because all of their character is devoted to someone else. And everything they do for you has to be on behalf of someone else. Like, it's never actually about you as a person. It's about your ties. Yeah, he's F.
Not great.
Dedu. I put him in B.
Okay, I have conflicting feelings. Dedu is like, he's sweet on one side, and he's got a certain brawny build and look to him that I can see a lot of people thinking is conventionally handsome. Not for me, but I understand he's got attractive qualities to him. My only problem is that everything he talks about is, I am a race that is being oppressed. Racism, and I don't know. I don't find that endearing when the only thing a person talks to me about is how they're being oppressed, and how if you even talk to them, you're going to be perceived as a bad person.
So again, I didn't see a lot of his C through A. I didn't see any of those. I do like that he comes from a position of pure servitude and gratitude. Right? He was always serving Dmitri, but he didn't always talk about Dmitri. He was just understanding, like, trying to be really well-intentioned when you feel like you're a burden on others, constantly apologizing. I kind of saw that more as, like, it was a little annoying at times, but I kind of saw that more as, like, I'm trying to be the best you that I can. So his final scene was still a little romantic despite that, because it's very clear he has no clue how to handle romance, and it's kind of cute.
Yeah, I'm willing to put him in B.
We'll say B for now.
I think B is fair enough for him. Dmitri! Okay, this is really unpopular. Dmitri, from what I've seen, everything that I've seen, and I've seen a lot of fan fiction and fan art, he is like everyone's favorite choice in everything. I kinda hate him.
He spent most of his S support talking about the nightmares, the people that he's killed, killing others.
I get if you have like a savior, vibe going on, and you really like the whole, I was saved by my romantic partner, he's great. I'm not into that sort of thing, so I kind of was just like, he murdered a bunch of people because he went psycho, and everyone still thinks he's a great leader. Why are you following someone who literally had like a psychotic breakdown for multiple years?
I put him at C, maybe D. I think C for now, because he does still have like a decently like rounded character, and he is physically okay.
Pre-time skip Dmitri saves him, because pre-time skip Dmitri is a decent character and kind of cool, and he is good looking. He's still good looking.
Eye patches are hot.
Yeah, he's cool. He's got the sweet.
Okay, eye patches can be hot. Let me fix that.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
Felix,
S tier, super S tier, the S'est of tears. I don't care what anyone says. He is hot. His entire personality is tsundere, with a side of, I face you as an equal swordswoman. So, like, you get picked up.
I'm okay.
In his supports.
I'm okay leaving him an S, especially because his S support is decent, right? Because it's like
It's so cute.
It
He's
is
just
mostly about
I don't-
you.
what
It's
am I-
mostly about him and you, and like,
Yeah.
okay, how do I adjust to this new world? Okay, let's talk about us and
He's just-
understanding. Hey, I don't want to say this, but let me just get this out here. I love you. Let's get married. Like, that was cute.
I want to be married to you. I love you. Don't make me say it. And then he like leaves and he's like, you're gonna say no, and you're just like, wait. And he's like, what the frick do you want to talk about? And
Also,
you're just like,
he
wait,
has
I
the-
love you too. And he's like, oh, sweet.
Also, he has one of the few the hand drawn S portraits. Like those are usually like weird. He has one of the few really good ones.
Yeah.
Um,
So
if we're
S
using
tier.
A as like the baseline for Ash, then yeah, he's definitely S.
Next is Ferdinand Von Iron.
I think he's okay.
I'm also thinking he's just kind of okay. He looks good in a general sort of way. His personality is kind of like, at the end, you sort of feel for him once you get over the, I'm Ferdinand Von Iron. But,
Yeah,
his
I'd say
support...
C or B. There's just nothing that
Yeah.
stands out about him.
Next is Gilbert. Trash.
Trash. It's just irrelevant. Like,
Look, I don't know why they put in married with kids dudes
yeah.
in this game.
And he didn't give me any of the same feels that Alois did.
Yeah,
so,
he's
like,
not cute with you. He's
I think the only reason they had the S support is just like, oh, we can confirm that he's Annette's dad. It's canon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only reason.
My name is Gustav. Why do I care?
Alright.
Next is Hanuman. Okay, I'm gonna put this down here for looks. I think he looks a little too old for anyone in
Yeah.
this monastery, other than, of course, the immortal beings.
Yeah.
So it makes me, I can't in good conscience put him in A or S tier just because he is way too old
I
for
would
you.
put him in C. I never really found any reason to like him as a character or as like a companion.
I think he's interesting in terms of like, if you're curious about learning about the crests and
which
interesting
is like
stuff.
one of the most small aspects of the game.
Yeah, if that's your favorite part, Hanuman's cool.
It was for lore building and for one mechanic.
And his S support isn't bad.
No,
It's
just
generic, but it isn't bad.
let's say this. Let's say B, but between B and C is the average. That's between B and C
Yeah,
is.
I'll put him above Dmitri because I like him more than Dmitri, but I just think he's still pretty average.
Yeah.
Next up is
Hubert.
Hubert Von Vestra.
I say A.
I'm also going for A.
I think
This creepy picture does not depict the true fuzzy wuzzy love dove.
I think they did make an interesting character. They start off with something, an easy concept. Okay, creepy evil guy who serves Edelgard, but they found ways to do more with that.
I think
And I think
he's kind of like, he's A because he's so wildly different.
yeah.
Like, if you want sugary sweet, you go Ash. You've got that. But if you want, like, someone who's, like, really dark, but not a, like, I'm a tortured soul kind of dark, but just this
basically,
is how
he's
I
the-
function
He's
in
the
life.
light Yagami.
Yeah, then he's got that cool going for it. He's not S because it's still not very romantic. I just saw his A support with
Dorothea.
well, I saw it with Dorothea, but also with Byleth, and he's got some cute lines in there. But it's definitely not as like implicit. Ooh, I think I love you. And his S support is okay. His S support is really cute.
Yeah.
But
except for
yeah.
the fact that he looks like Count Chocula came to life.
Yeah.
The Count from Muppets.
The picture does him no justice.
No, the picture represents him perfectly. What are you
Okay,
talking
it does him
about?
all the justice, but not in that moment.
Ignatz.
Ignatz! Okay, I think as a character, he's kind of meh. I think his S support, though, is a little bit cute.
I think he's cuter than the average, so I'm okay putting him a B.
Yeah, I think he's a low B. He does get a glow up in this sort of Milo from Atlantis, the Lost Empire
So
sort of
if you
way.
have one very, very specific type,
So
you're okay with this.
if you loved him in that movie, this is your guy to go to, and his whole like thing with painting is an interesting enough story and different enough, but definitely not like super standout.
Yeah, Linhart.
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 He's not the most attractive, but he's definitely very cute.
Yeah, I'll say he's cute. And his S support is, meh. As a character, okay, I really like him as a character. The sleeping thing I don't care too much about, but his ranks with everyone else are just, here, let me fix your problems. Let me investigate you thoroughly.
And then, like, super bluntly, too, like, I just casually fixed your problem because it was making me having to work more.
And I really like that he's one of the few that actually has these moral debates about when does the killing stop? When do I get to return to a normal life? What is that? So I almost say A.
I'm willing to put him as low A. Like,
I can live with that.
He gets into A because he's just such a cool character to watch interact with other people and be like, dude, you can't make me change, but I can certainly help you. Like, I'm brilliant. I'm just not gonna be bothered to do stuff.
Yeah, I love the interaction between him and Hubert, and Hubert's trying to, bend him into shape, and he's just, like, completely unwilling to change anything about himself, but still willing to do whatever Hubert tells him, in terms of just, like, getting better.
Yeah.
Or better serving everyone. Lawrence. I'd say...
Helming Gloucester?
Gloucester.
I always want to call it Gloucester. Like
Glock.
He's just...
Like the Worcestershire?
House of the Glock.
Very different game. I'd say B or C.
Yeah.
I'd say, let's go with C.
I
say C above Ferdinand. Because he and Ferdinand, I don't want to say were similar. They both had the, obsessed with nobility and worth. I think his S support redeems his annoyingness a little bit, but not really enough.
Yeah,
you have to get through a lot of Lawrence to get to the good stuff.
Yeah, I think Lawrence actually, I'm willing to put him this low. His S support and all that stuff is good, but he's so much better with other characters.
Yeah.
Like him and Marianne have so much of a better romance going on than he ever has with Byleth. That makes it like, why would you bother? There's so many better options.
His romance with Marianne, his romance with Leonie, his romance with Dorothea.
Yeah, they're just all better than him with Byleth. So...
Which I don't want to make as a category, but given the fact that like I said, you have to put up with him for that long, you might as well shove him on someone else. I'm willing to put him up at B if we can canonically confirm that he is the child of Jesse and James.
Unfortunately, we cannot divulge that.
That's another one of those, like, I saw it and I can't unsee it, and it only gets more true as you go along.
Raphael. He's a teddy bear that some people like, but no, I have not seen, like, a lot of people who have conclusively said they married him. He's fun to be around and to just, like, oh, look at him interact with others. But he's not great as, like, a marriage candidate.
Yeah, I'd say C, maybe even D.
I'd say D. He's kind of like a Lois for me, where it's not really... He's fun,
he makes
but
you
he's
feel
not
good,
marriage.
But he's not anything you want to
Yeah,
stay with.
I'll put him above Lois because he actually can marry him, which is something. Come on, Lois.
Just move it, Lois.
Yeah,
right.
But I think. Sorry, guys, he's not the most attractive. All of his supports and every interaction is, I'm dumb and I love my sister, which is never a great sign for a marriage when they love their sister more than you. And,
I mean, his marriage option is, hey, I'm getting over my sister, she's doing her own thing now. I'm gonna be my own man.
But everything up till that is, I love my sister more than I love anyone else.
Yeah. Okay, Sedith.
Sedith!
Here's where we're gonna fight. Because I don't like Sedith.
Oh no, I'm not gonna fight you.
I know your first run, you said, okay, I'm going for Felix, Linhardt, and... No, your second run, you said Linhardt or Sedith.
Yeah, second run I went for Sedith and Linhardt because I did the Silver Snow route, and it seemed kind of to fit with the theme. I think Sedith as a marriage option is bad. Like, he mentions anything... Like, he has, like, one line that's, like, explicitly... I have any sort of feelings for you. Like, the rest of his stuff is, what is the secret of your heritage? Are you like us? And why does Rhea trust you? So none of it is, like, he's an interesting character, but none of it is relationship-based until that one S support line where he's like, oh, just so you know, I'm not doing this because I want to, like, further our people's race or anything. I'm doing this because I love you.
Here's my other thing with Sedith. I was playing with the Japanese audio the first time, where he has a super low voice, and I was assuming, okay, his hair's not with that color. I assumed he was like Hanuman's age, like late 40s to 50s or 60s, which means I thought it was creepy whenever he was like interacting with students in that way. Because like I assumed, oh, if his hair's not green, it's probably gray. Not like, oh, he'd be like blonde or whatever. So I thought he was way too old for anyone. And then you were like, no, he's supposed to be in his like 30s. I'm like, no, clearly he's not. So I'd say C or D.
I'd say D just because similarly he's not a married...
I preferred Raphael to Zenith. Let's do this based on ranks.
I think he's attractive enough, and the image people have in their heads of what actually happens is great. But canonically what happens in the game, not fan fiction, please, if you like it, read fan fiction. It's so much better than playing the goddamn game for Zenith. But if you have to play the game and get an S ending, Zenith's is just like so dull and not even, it's not worth the time. Bless you. And last is Sylvain.
I think like low C.
Really?
He's trashy up until the end.
Okay, that you haven't seen his other supports. His whole thing is that women just want to date him because he has a crest and they want to get into nobility.
That's what he's telling himself. That's the excuse he's giving to treat people like trash. I'm not saying it's not true, but he's giving himself every excuse possible to be a horrible person.
But he's not a horrible person. He just dates women.
No, and then his interactions with them are like, they're like, oh, you're not super nice, are you? And he's like, oh, look, you're another piece of scum that wanted me for my crest. Just get out of here already.
He never has said that.
Yeah, he does.
Not in like his traditional relationship. He says that to people he knows. And
no, he
like,
says that.
With.
It's one of his, I think it's one of his ones with Ingrid that you see that interaction where he flat out tells girls, like, I know you're only here because of my crest. I guess it's just not going to work out because you're not worth it. Like, it's rough. Like, I legitimately hate his character until the end. We're going to pause the video here and go look at a couple of his scenes.
No, we're not. I disagree vehemently. I think...
I won't take him above C.
Yeah,
I'm willing to put him at the top of C. Okay, he is very attractive. So
he's attractive. He's got an actually good S support where it's like actually about, hey, I'm gonna get over my hangups because of you, and I want to just anything. He literally says, I will keep proposing to you until you know that I'm serious. Like, that is super cute. I just
like him better with like others, but you know what? It's okay. I'm okay leaving him at B solely because it means our graph is symmetrical. We have a perfect bell curve here, which is as all things should be.
So, looking at this now with the males, anything that stands out as like unfair now that you see them all together?
I think. I'm willing to put Hubert. I'm willing to put Hubert above Ash. I think I'm willing to put Linhardt above Ash. I'll say that. So I'm putting Ash at the bottom of A.
Yeah, I think he's got such a super cute, but it's so vanilla, for lack of a better term.
He does have like interesting backstory, but he is just very, let's write some typical flowery romantic script and give it to you. And that's what, like, he's one of the few that does that, but it doesn't necessarily make you stand out too much.
Yeah.
I think if we're gonna have Sylvain in B, let's put him above Ignatz.
Yeah.
I still don't like Casper too much, so I'd put him lower in B.
Yeah, he could be well, I put him above Ignatz. Maybe beneath Sylvain, because at least Sylvain has a...
Fine. Okay, I'm happy with this.
Alright, and so for the first half of our video, we have created our tier list of potential husbands / people who are knighted under you for...
Companions.
For your character. And now it is time for the ultra hard mode, because everyone knows that this was easy, this straightforward, but waifus, nothing is straightforward about waifus. So we'll get
that on the next episode? Or are we doing that now?
you know what? It is 25 minutes long so far of recording.
And we'll see you on the next episode.
You have been gifted a second episode by Darling.
Do you like these? You like our picks? You don't? Comment below. Or don't. I don't care. This isn't my channel. See you guys next time.
Bye-bye!